The film opens with a high-speed police pursuit ending in a shooting in south-central Los Angeles. The officers involved, Brian Taylor and Miguel Zavala, are close friends and partners in the LAPD.
One of the toughest divisions in the LAPD.
Shoot Newton, baby, that's right. Lucky 13.
Taylor, a former Marine, is filming their police activities for a film project, much to his fellow officers' chagrin. Later, the officers respond to a public disturbance call. The culprit, a Bloods gang member named Trey, hurls racist insults at Zavala, who responds by accepting a fight to Taylor's approval. Zavala beats and arrests him but wins the man's respect for not charging him with assault. Later that night, Trey and his fellow Bloods gang members are attacked by a group of Serenos, Southerners, in a drive-by, and one of Trey's friends is killed. The next day, the officers find the burnt vehicle used in the drive-by.
How's this?
What?
Candid camera?
No, sir. It's just a project I'm working on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna want to see that.
And are shooed off the scene by homicide detectives. The officers later respond to a missing children call, only to find the home to be a crack house with the children duct-taped in a closet. Later that night, the officers respond to a noise complaint at a house party full of the Latino gang members, where Taylor encounters a gang member named Big Evil. Big Evil and his gang members had carried out the drive by shooting on Trey's gang. Taylor begins dating a woman named Janet. Taylor has a hunch and decides to scope out the home of the mother of Big Evil. The officers follow and pull over a truck that leaves the house.
39th Street, east of Wall.
13 Roger, code 6, 39th.
¿Hablas inglés o español?
The driver draws a gun and is arrested. Inside the truck, they find ornately decorated firearms and a large amount of money.
Here we have two of the major food groups, money and guns.
Days later, the two officers rescue some children from a house fire, but come out barely alive.
Let's go! Come now! Come on, man!
The two are commended and receive the Medal of Valor. Using the house fire incident as leverage, Taylor convinces Zavala to further investigate the house involved in the incident.
Follow me into the house, dude.
At the house, they arrest another man, who is also in possession of several ornate firearms and is guarding a cell full of human trafficking victims. Suddenly, ICE agents arrive and take over the scene.
Is this man under arrest?
Yes, sir.
What are the charges against this man? Turn that fucking camera off.
Dude, it's off. It's off. Camera's off, man.
One agent informs Taylor and Zavala that the house is tied to the Sinaloa cartel and strongly urges them to lay low due to possible reprisals. Zavala's wife, Gabby, gives birth to the couple's first child. One night, the two receive an officer needs help call from Sook, Van Houser's probationary partner.
13 Express 43, officer needs help.
Where?
Unit standby, X43, officer needs help.
Urgently responding to the call, the two find Van Houser on the ground, alive but with a knife through his eye. He points them to a nearby alley, where they find Sook being savagely beaten by a large Latino gang member. Taylor chooses to arrest the attacker instead of killing him. As the victims are carried away by ambulance, the officers discover that Van Houser is not returning to patrol and Sook is leaving the force. Taylor marries Janet. At the wedding, Taylor and Zavala's boss, Sarge, drunkenly recounts a story to 3 Marines about his dead partner, who took a bullet to save him. Afterward, Zavala tells Taylor that, should anything happen to him, he will take care of Janet.
If anything happened to you, I would take care of your kids, if you had any. And I would take care of her.
The next day, the officers perform a welfare check on an elderly woman at request of her daughter. After receiving no response at the door, the officers break in and discover drugs, dismembered corpses, and a message from the cartel. Elsewhere, ICE records surveillance footage in Mexico of a cartel member putting a contract killing on the officers. The gangsters from the earlier drive-by begin following the officers, plotting their assassination. Out of respect for the incident between him and Zavala, Trey warns Taylor and Zavala of rumors that they have been greenlit, but they disregard his comments. Janet becomes pregnant shortly after the marriage. One night, the officers are baited into chasing a reckless driver into an apartment complex, where they are ambushed by the same group of Latino gang members. Taylor is shot in the hand, and his radio is destroyed. Taking refuge in an apartment, Taylor decides that they are going to have to gun their way out. The two fight their way into an alley, where they are fired upon again. Taylor is shot in the chest and appears to die. As Zavala desperately attends to his partner, the assassins arrive and shoot him several times in the back, killing him. Backup eventually arrives, and the gangsters are also killed after refusing to surrender. At the police funeral, it is revealed Taylor survived, because Zavala's body had shielded him from the gangsters' gunfire. He tries to deliver a eulogy, but only manages a few words. He was my brother.
He was my brother.
The last scene shows the two officers on the day of the shooting, where Zavala tells a funny story where, when he was younger, he was about to be intimate with Gabby, but her parents unexpectedly came home. He had to hide under her parents' bed and listen to them have sex. The two then receive a call from dispatch and cheerfully head off to fight crime.